A fizzing sound from a soda bottle echoed in the atrium as a department head tilted it, soaking a black woman in a sugary drink in front of shocked staff. Snickers and murmurs spread as he sneered, accusing her of being a fake, an imposter who had no place in his firm's prestigious headquarters. Smartphones captured every drop that ran down her designer jacket, every slur aimed at her character. But the woman they were ridiculing was not defenseless. Before we continue, tell us where in the world you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below. And if you enjoy this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more powerful content like this. She was the CEO's wife, and once the truth was revealed, their ruin would be absolute. The entrance hall of Apex Dynamics shone with polished granite floors and towering glass walls meant to overwhelm guests. At 2:46 p.m., Imani Hayes walked through the automatic doors, her cobalt blue jacket a stark contrast to her dark skin, her briefcase holding agreements valued in the hundreds of millions. She wasn't anticipating a welcoming committee, but she certainly wasn't anticipating being degraded. Who allowed you in here? The question thundered through the hall. Richard Vance, a department head, strutted over, his tie askew, his self-importance on full display. In his grip, a half-drained soda bottle fizzed menacingly. He scanned Imani with blatant contempt. Your kind always believes you can just walk into places you don't belong, he jeered. Before anyone could react, he tipped the bottle and poured the chilly, sticky fluid over her head. Gasps echoed off the granite. The dark liquid streamed down Imani's hair, marring her jacket and seeping into the agreements in her briefcase. Phones were immediately raised, digital eyes to a spectacle that would shortly explode online. Imani remained still. She glanced at her platinum watch and spoke quietly. 14 minutes. She snapped a photo of the puddles forming on the floor, her action steady and measured. Richard grinned, adjusting his ID badge. Let that be a lesson in staying where you belong. The attendant, Maria Sanchez, came forward, her voice shaky. Mr. Vance, she's properly registered. Are you second-guessing my authority? Richard shot back. Do you want to be filling out paperwork for the next week? Maria's cheeks burned as she retreated to her station. The security officer, Kevin Jones, approached with caution. Sir, is there a problem here? This woman is an intruder, Richard declared, pointing for effect. She's here to lift company secrets or cause a scene. Get her out. Kevin paused. The badge Imani displayed was clearly marked EXECACCESS. But Richard was his boss. Around them, more staff gathered, filming in silence. Imani knelt down, carefully collecting the soaked papers. I'm here to provide the agreements for the CEO's executive meeting, she stated. They are urgent. Richard grabbed the badge from her, brandishing it like a trophy. Counterfeit. Obviously counterfeit, just like the outfit you're wearing. The racist insinuation was clear. Imani's voice sliced through his diatribe like a razor. You ought to be more mindful of your words. The entire atrium became quiet. Mindful, Richard chuckled. You think I'm threatened by you? By then, rumors had started to fly. A junior associate whispered to his friend, I've seen her name on the directory before, his phone recording as his gaze shifted nervously toward the main elevators. Imani stood up, liquid dripping from her jacket cuffs. She took out her phone, took more pictures, and whispered again. 12 minutes. What is that supposed to signify? Richard yelled. Some kind of con artist timer? Security, I told you to remove her. Kevin moved uncomfortably but stood his ground. He had worked in building security long enough to know when a situation was seriously wrong. Maria's desktop chimed. She went pale. A high-priority email appeared from the CEO's assistant. "Is Mrs. Hayes in the lobby? The executives are waiting on her agreements." She looked at Imani, then at Richard, and back to her monitor. Her mouth opened, but fear kept her silent. Richard saw it. "What are you looking at, Sanchez?" "It's nothing, sir," she mumbled. Imani's phone vibrated. A message from her husband appeared on the screen. "Where are you?" "The board is here." She showed it to Kevin without saying a word. His eyes shot open. "Sir, perhaps we should just confirm," Kevin started. Richard whirled around to face him. "Are you not listening? I gave you an instruction. Get her out of here now." The air grew thick with tension. More workers returned from their breaks, drawn to the commotion. Some were now live streaming. Social media tags were being created before anyone there knew the world was tuning in. Imani checked her watch once more. 10 minutes from the cafe. Leo Kim, a senior manager, put his coffee down. "Richard, maybe you should take a moment. If she genuinely has connections upstairs..." Richard interrupted him. "Don't lecture me on my duties. Look at her. Does she appear to be executive material to you?" The comment was deeply offensive. Whispers morphed into silent indignation. Phones recorded every single word. Imani stayed unnervingly composed. She composed a message, then put the phone to her ear. "Initiate the protocol," she instructed. In an instant, every security camera in the atrium swiveled to focus on Richard. A red indicator light flashed over the elevators. Maria's computer screen went bright. Emergency credential lockdown activated. The color vanished from Richard's face. What in the world is happening? Imani finally met his gaze, her eyes like shards of ice. "It means your insolence has an expiration date. 8 minutes, to be precise." Before Richard could answer, the elevator bell rang. Sleek doors parted. Out walked Marcus Hayes, CEO of Apex Dynamics, standing tall in a perfectly fitted Navy suit. His eyes scanned the assembly, then locked onto his wife, her jacket ruined, her briefcase dripping soda, her phone full of photographic proof. "Imani," his voice was a clap of thunder, "what was done to you?" The space fell deathly silent. Phones were held higher. Richard began to babble. This woman was trespassing. "She is my wife," Marcus thundered. His anger was palpable. "And you have just degraded her in front of a third of our employees." Richard's face went white. The soda bottle fell from his grasp, bouncing uselessly on the granite. Marcus's eyes went to Kevin. "Her credentials?" "Legitimate, sir. Full executive clearance," Kevin answered without hesitation. Maria's voice trembled. I attempted to tell him. Marcus quieted her with a slight gesture before returning his attention to Richard. "For 4 years, you have stood in this atrium posturing as a leader. Today, you revealed your actual self. You are done." "Sir, I beg you." "I had no idea," Richard pleaded. "You knew," Marcus retorted. "You saw a black woman and decided she was out of place. That attitude stops now." The audience held its collective breath as Marcus's judgment was delivered, effective this instant. Richard Vance is dismissed. No final pay, no letters of recommendation. Gasps filled the air. Phones broadcasted it all. Richard stumbled back, the crushing reality of his actions fallen upon him. Imani moved forward, her poise perfect, and offered her husband the wet folder. Your board agreement's a little damp, but all there. Marcus took her hand in front of everyone. Not merely my wife, but a leader. Do not forget her name. A wave of applause erupted. Justice had been served.